Aquaba. In this video, I will be reviewing how to obtain the Ghana visa from the United States. Now, please note this process was at the end of March 2022 until around the end of April 2022. So the process may have been different for some people prior to March, and it may be different even after May of 2022. I'm just here to discuss what I, as well as my family, had researched and experienced with regards to getting the Ghana visa. First, there are companies and agencies that will and can apply for your visa to Ghana, but there's a fee. And I guess this service would be for someone who doesn't necessarily have the time and or the patience to do it themselves. But of course, there will be a fee for that company and or agency on top of the fees you have to pay to the Ghana embassy or the Ghana consulate. My family and I just decided to apply for our visas on our own. As of right now, there are 3 actual Ghana government entities where you can apply for a visa. Okay, you have the Ghana Embassy in Washington, D.C., you have the Ghana Consulate in New York, and you have the Ghana Consulate in Arkansas. That's it as far as in the United States. Any place outside of one of those 3 is probably like some sort of middleman agency, which will probably have added fees. I guess the most frustrating part of this process for me was that between the 3 agencies that I mentioned, they all required different documentation. I know because I started applications with all 3 and ended up going with my last choice. So let me break it down for you. Okay. First, I planned on going with the Ghana Embassy in DC. Okay. It does have an extensive online application that you can fill out, either the single person application, or if you were like me with a family with 3 children, you can apply for the group application, which basically puts a family into one file with separate applications for each person. And once you fill out the preliminary information, then you will receive a group ID number and a reference number so that you can come back to it. You don't have to sit down and do it all in one setting. Once you fill out the extensive application, you then have to actually scan and upload a copy of your passport, a passport photo, so you do have to get another passport photo made, your COVID vaccine card, your yellow vaccine card, your hotel confirmation with the applicant's name on the reservation. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. Sponsor letter, which you can just upload, for example, like your hotel confirmation for that, and a couple of more documents. I'm not even talking about all the documents. So, for example, my husband's application, I had to make sure that his name was on the hotel reservation itself. Even though I made the reservation, with my credit card and all of that, they don't always ask like to name each person on your reservation. When you're making a reservation, they may ask how many guests that are going to be in your room, but not necessarily the names. So I actually had to call the hotel to make sure that his name was listed on the reservation, as well as my minor son, because each of us have separate applications for the visa. Okay. Additionally, for those with minor children, you still have to upload all of the previous information I mentioned for the child's application, but you also have some additional items to upload, such as a copy of the child's birth certificate and a notarized and signed consent letter. It's a form that they also include by both parents. Okay. Once all of that information has been uploaded, You also have to print that application, print it out. You have to include 2 passport photos. Okay, even though you have your passport, you still have to get 2 passport photos. You have to include your hotel information, hotel confirmation with each person's name that will be applying for a visa on it. A copy of the child's birth certificate and consent form. And you will have to send the original passport, your original passport, because that is where your Ghana visa will be stamped or stickered. Okay, so this is like a sticker that goes inside your passport. And this all needs to be mailed in. Even though you uploaded it, it still all needs to be mailed in. Now, with the Ghana Embassy in DC, here's the game changer, at least for me. You also have to send in your original COVID vaccine card, the original. And you also have to send in the original of your yellow fever vaccine card, the original. Okay. And I guess my concern with that is that in today's climate, it's probably easier for me to replace a lost passport, because you got to send the original of that. Easier to replace that than replacing those vaccine cards. Okay. You also have to prepay online, as well as prepay and include a self-addressed stamped envelope, because remember, you got to get your original passport back with that visa in it. Okay, you can't, it's really tough to reach someone on a phone. You know, it's really hard to reach someone on the phone. However, with the Ghana Embassy, their chat service works really good in getting your questions answered. Okay, the live chat. The turnaround time for a regular application with the Ghana Embassy in DC is 15 to 20 business days. Sometimes it's a little bit early, but 15 to 20 business days. But you also have the option to rush the application, which is 5 to 10 business days for an additional $100 per applicant. All right. So now all of that I just explained was with the Ghana Embassy in DC. So now let's look at the Ghana Consulate in New York. Their process was similar to DC, but the online application to me didn't seem as extensive, but you still have to do all of the uploads as well as mail in the original documentation as the embassy in DC. The turnaround time was a little bit less than DC from what's mentioned on the website. Now, let me mention to you that the Ghana Embassy in DC via chat, the person did tell me that I could not apply for a multi-entry visa for Ghana because it was my first time going to Ghana. But on the flip side, the Ghana Consulate in New York, their application does give me the option to apply for a multi-entry visa. Okay, so that's definitely a difference between the two. But now I'm in several Ghana Facebook groups, and someone in one of the groups mentioned the Ghana Consulate in Arkansas. Okay, so I went to their website, and lo and behold, their application, which you have to download the application and fill it out, was only one page. One page. Okay? Both my sister and I called, and guess who answered the phone? The Ghana Consulate himself, Sherman Banks. After he answered our questions, very nice man, and told us we did not have to send our original vaccine cards, we decided to go with Sherman. Okay, all we needed to send was the one-page application, affix one passport photo. This is a copy, I photocopy everything I'm mailing. Affix a passport photo to the application. For a single visit entry, we did have to include our flight itinerary, For our children, we had to send a copy of our birth certificate and a notarized consent form, okay, which is there to upload as well. The process is old school because it's not like an online application that you fill out. But, you know, it was a smooth process. We did have to send in 2 separate money orders or cashier's checks. So, no, you can't pay online. One of those money orders had to be made out to the Ghana embassy for the visa itself, and then one made out to the Ghana consulate for consulate of Arkansas for the processing. Okay, he also wants you to submit the application, for example, from the post office, the U.S. Post Office, by using Priority Mail Express. Okay, not just Priority Mail, but Priority Mail Express. It's supposed to get there. It's supposed to get to Arkansas in 24 hours, but I guess the post office now, you know, has it getting there in about 48 hours, but that's it. You also need to include a Priority Mail Express prepaid envelope, okay, in your mailings. So what I did was I got the larger Priority Mail Express envelope because I was actually sending in literally 5 applications, 5 passports, and so forth together for my family. So I had that in the larger envelope, and then I purchased I prepaid for a smaller Priority Mail Express envelope. You know, had it all filled out to come back to me. I just folded it and I put it in that Priority Mail Express envelope along with the applications and so forth. Okay. All you get in return is your passport with the Ghana visa sticker inside. So, you know, you won't get this whole package of things. You will literally just get your visa back. Okay. So you might not even have to get a large prepaid priority mail express envelope. I got a large one because, you know, I was sending out for a family of 5 and returning 5 passports. For my family, we chose the single entry visa because all of our passports actually expire next year in 2023 with that visa affixed inside of it. So I just figured if we go back to Ghana, we'll apply again through the Ghana consulate in Arkansas, and at that time we'll apply for a multi-visit because our passports would, you know, be valid for, you know, 10 years. But you do have that option to apply for a multi-visit visa with the Ghana consulate in Arkansas. Okay. Now, we are happy that we chose the Ghana consulate in Arkansas because we mailed out our applications. We mailed them off on a Monday. Okay. It was received in Arkansas by Wednesday. And we received that prepaid Priority Mail Express envelope with all of our passports with the Ghana sticker affixed to it by that Friday. And yes, I'm literally talking about 4 days later. For those, you know, just in summary, you know, for those applying for the Ghana visa and you don't want the headache, I would go with the Ghana consulate Sherman Banks in Arkansas for peace of mind. Okay? Bye.